Let's go through my most used fragrances in my collection. Hi there. Welcome to my channel. My name is Diana and I am a fragrance enthusiast who has been collecting fragrances over the last 5 years. Here on this channel, we talk about all fragrances. It doesn't matter if it's niche, designer or Middle Eastern. The ultimate goal is just to smell good and feel good. So if it sounds good to you, then please consider to subscribe. Let's build a fragrance family together. The first fragrance is currently the oldest bottle in my collection. The love for this scent is dated back to the days when I was just a regular fragrance wearer, and I usually had 2 to 3 bottles at the same time. I remember the day when I received a sample of it with one of my drugstore purchases. I tried it, and it was an instant love. I fell in love with the scent, the name, the aesthetics of this fragrance. It is none other than Libre from YSL. This is the eau de parfum, the original one. As you can see, I have used up more than 2/3 of this small bottle, and this is one of the few scents that I already purchased a backup of. I found the sweetness from the vanilla balanced out with the aromatic touches of the lavender very captivating. The notes are very well balanced. I do not find it sharp or cloying. It radiates power, calmness with a hint of sexiness at the same time. It is a great all year round fragrance, however I would not necessarily wear it in the dead of summer. The longevity is great and it has also a rather strong sillage, at least for the first 2 to 3 hours of the wear. So this was Libre. The next one is also a classic designer fragrance. It is called Givenchy L'Interdit. And as you can see, I have almost finished this bottle. And yes, a big backup bottle of this is already in my closet. It is also described as a fruity, bubblegummy tuberose fragrance with some jasmine and orange blossom. It opens up with the sweetness of the pear, which immediately partners up with the sweet candy-like tuberose. To my nose, the opening smells like sweet grape juice. It is very feminine, playful, but still not overly juvenile. But there is something sexy and mysterious in it. It is for someone who likes attention and can also handle it. I know that some people find it as a very heavy white floral scent. Honestly, I don't get it. To me, it is definitely an easy reach fragrance. When I don't know what to wear, I just spray it on, as most likely it will fit any occasions. Being as an older fragrance, this one has also very impressive longevity and projection. It will stay with you for the entire day. So this was L'Interdit. By the way, if you are still with me watching this video, then I would like to ask you to take a moment to hit the like button and also consider to subscribe. It would help me a lot for my channel to grow. As you can see, this video will be mainly about designer scents. Even though I love my niche fragrances, whenever I go to the office or somewhere where there will be a lot of people around me, I'm trying to be mindful what I am wearing. I don't necessarily want to smell like barnyard oud or something that can make others sick. So I find classic designer fragrances as an easy grab. They usually smell pleasant and not disturbing. But the next fragrance is Prada Paradoxe Intense. And as you can see, my bottle has a quite nice dent, but it is not close to be finished. But looking at the size of my collection, I consider it as a significant dent. I remember when it came out, I smelled it at the airport and I sprayed one generous spray on my arm. I found it nice, but I did not want to get it at the airport as I knew that I would be able to find it at home with a relatively good price as well. Shortly after we took off, someone tapped my shoulder from behind. It was a nice lady who asked me what I was wearing. She said that it was projecting like a beast, leaving a very irresistible sillage around. I even had to write down the name of it, and basically that was the conversation. After landing, I was waiting for my luggage still to arrive, and she came over one more time, complimenting on my fragrance. Apparently, after 2.5 hours, it was still leaving a very nice scent trail. To my nose, this is the grown-up sexy sister of Paradoxe. It is a bit heavier, fuller, sexier, with neroli, jasmine, pear, bergamot, vanilla, amber and moss. This is definitely one of my favorite amongst the flankers. I have not tried the new Radical Essence version. Honestly, I was a bit scared after seeing very mixed reviews. I will eventually get my nose on it somewhere next week, and I will go for some shopping in the Centrum. I just hope that it will not ruin the entire Paradoxe experience for me. So, this was Paradoxe Intense. I think making a dent to Kylie fragrances is quite easy. They are mostly very easy to wear, and most cases you need to respray them after a couple of hours. I have currently 3 of them with very significant dents. The first one is the Wedding Silk Santal. It will not be a big surprise. The dent is quite visible. As you can see, most probably I don't need to introduce this fragrance to you. It is a beautiful, fizzy, fruity, woody vanilla. It is sweet, playful, but yet very, very elegant. It is often compared to Ariana Grande's Mauve Vanilla or Dama Bianca from Xerjoff, but I think this is much better than the other two. The longevity and sillage are relatively good, but usually I like respraying it as I really enjoy the opening of the fragrance. So this was the Silk Santal. The next one is my all-time favorite Kylie scent. It is the infamous Yum Pistachio Gelato. And as you can see, the dent is quite nice, but I have to add that I have already flown through 2 of the 10 ml sizes before I committed to the big bottle. I think this fragrance really split the fragrance community when it came out. There were people who absolutely loved it and others hated it. I have always been team love. I really like that Kylie was able to create a nutty fragrance without making it too heavy or cloying. The sweet, slight soapiness in the opening creates a very cold feeling around it, which is very refreshing as well. And in the dry down, the nutty sweetness with the marshmallow will take over the show. However, it is still not too much. I find myself using this also as layering. My best tried and true combos are usually involving some citrusy tea scents. I really enjoy combining it with Nishane's Oolong Cha or, for example, Fugazi's Orange Crush. The longevity of this one has definitely improved over the time. It is easily lasting 6 to 7 hours. So this was Yum Pistachio Gelato. The last perfume with a nice dent is not necessarily my favorite. To my nose, it is way too tart and the longevity is simply not good enough for me. It is Eden Sparkling Lychee, and as you can see, I am more than halfway through the bottle. Currently, I'm using it as a gym scent, and I'm quite determined to finish it as soon as possible, and it will not be a repurchase. The lychee blackcurrant combo in the opening playing very nicely with the sugar accord. It almost tingles my nose, really wakes up all my senses. But this tart opening only lasts about a few minutes. And I am completely nose blind to the dry down. So basically, even though I like the opening, it is not worth it for me. So this was Eden Sparkling Lychee. So this was it for today. Have you tried any of these perfumes? Which fragrances are you using the most? Please weigh in and share your opinions in the comments. And until the next time, bye-bye.